The Minnesota Vikings are 11-2 and one of the best teams in the NFL. The coaching staff is very highly touted in both the NFL and just from the general public. Minnesota ranks top 10 in both offense and defense in terms of points per game this season. Today, we'll take a close look at the offense ran by one of the best in the business, Kevin O'Connell. I really liked what I saw, and I'll do my best to break it down for you guys starting now. The first and main thing I'd like to point out is the plays that Kevin O'Connell's cooking up. Some of the things he's doing are, one, unlike things I see elsewhere, and two, he makes it so easy for his offense again and again. The intricate details are awesome on this play. First thing, the motion. When you get 11 in motion and no one on defense follows or runs after him, it most likely means zone coverage. Then the play fake to Aaron Jones. This is an identical run play to a play they ran earlier in this game, so the defense, and more specifically 55, bites. Darnold's on the boot out, and this is when we'll back it up. Let's see the receiver's concept on this play. It's a flood 2x1 sail. You'll typically see this from trips or a 3x1 and or a 2x2 with a running back underneath. But here, O'Connell has Jay Jettas on the dig, Powell clearing it out with a 9 route, and Hawkinson on a block and release flat route. So when Darnold goes to throw this ball, you'll see Powell taking 22 and 31 upfield, with Jay Jettas coming from the other side of the field. It's an amazing play, but it gets better. Remember that misdirection at the start? Well, in the end zone copy, you can see how that influenced 55 heavily to Darnold's right. Then Jefferson sneaks behind him and catches the football. Crazy when you bunch all of these things together and just watch the execution. Red zone play where it's a bit more tough to score, but that's still obviously the goal. We have two corner routes or pylon routes from Justin and TJ, with Jordan running a little in cut underneath. It's zone, so as we see the play developing, AJ Terrell becomes the read or the key for Darnold. Terrell takes Hawkinson up high, and rightfully so Addison gets space underneath, and Darnold drills that ball in, and Addison almost scores. We'll go to the very next play after a penalty. First, there's a motion to add JJ to the bunch. Now we have trips right with JJ and Hawkinsocks running double digs, and underneath that, we have Addison's whip or zig or China route, whatever you want to call it. When you run the play, you get to a point where this almost looks like a levels concept or something, but it materializes very quickly. With Jefferson and Hawkinson holding coverage over top, and 22's just settled in his zone, all of a sudden, you'll have Addison turning back in on his whip route, and Darnold delivers this pass with pace, and this time it results in a touchdown. There may be a red zone theme here. Watch Justin Jefferson in motion with AJ Terrell following, indicating what? Man coverage. This is a smash out concept from JA and JJ. The motion created controversy with the corners and no one communicated. Off the rip, both corners have eyes on Jefferson and both start covering him. Then number 20 realizes, but had already lost a step to Jordan Addison. Darnold's arm already up and ready to make the throw, and once again, a touchdown was scored. Obviously a well-timed call, and the ability to score in the red zone is a luxury these days. The Vikings are top 10 in red zone touchdowns and pass the ball at the 6th highest rate in the NFL in the red zone at 57.1%. Kevin O'Connell knows how to pick on a defense, if that wasn't clear. Another way he picks on defenses is with misdirection. We've seen the previous plays, which looked very similar. Here's that cross-field flood sail with the 3-level concept. Now it's a PA boot, and when Darnold's rolling, you see the guys on the 3 levels. But did you see Josh Oliver sneak out and gradually pacing behind the play? From the start, Oliver sells the block, but you see him just lurk behind the play until it's time to catch the ball. The defense thought they knew the play they were covering, but one little wrinkle from O'Connell throws them all off, and it's a good gain from the big tight end. While O'Connell may be the one responsible for calling and designing the plays, he's not the guy executing them on the field. Sam Darnold has taken charge of this offense and is performing exceptionally well. You'll see yet another motion, which sets up a smash concept against man coverage. As Jefferson breaks away from his route, the defensive back decides to switch coverage onto Addison. Jordan Addison executes a solid route, and this pass is a beauty, thrown high and away, allowing his teammate to successfully secure the catch. When considering his impressive arm strength, he delivers this throw a bit later than usual, but he can actually afford to do so because of that powerful arm. Few quarterbacks have the ability to step in on a one-year deal and perform at such a high level. Here's a 3rd and 12, and the Falcons are playing a bit of disguise cover 2. Number 55 is responsible for a deeper hook zone to guard the sticks, and 44 is a run-through or hole defender down the middle, but you see them start closer to the line. Meanwhile, the offense is running a scissors concept on the left, a deep in on the right, paired with 2 checkdown options that most likely won't get you that first down. All of that's pre-snap stuff. First thing I want to emphasize in play is the feet from Darnold here. He's taking a 5-step drop and a hitch, and it's 5 steps because of the longer developing play. Watch his movement within the pocket as well. It's flawless. Sam finds the open spot and rips this deep in to JJ to convert on the 3rd and 12. Go back and watch how this is even an option for Sammy D. Keep your eyes on 55 now. He'll drop and keep eyes on Darnold while dropping. As Darnold resets his feet, 55, Caden Ellis, forgets about the first down marker and wants to go down to cover Aaron Jones, leaving a window open and giving the Vikings another set of downs when you had them in a tough 3rd and 12. We just started highlighting Darnold within this offense, but individually, he's been tremendous this year. We start with another motion, gathering intel that it's man-to-man coverage. We've got a sweet Mills concept, but in man-to-man, it's more about the individual route running ability and the playside safety. It's 3-on-3 over there, so the playside safety, Simmons takes Addison, Terrell takes Hawkinson, and D. Alford on Jay Jettas. Addison on his dig takes coverage, leaving an open window behind him. Darnold has the velocity, placement, and timing to throw this absolute beauteous touchdown. I throw timing in there too because, again, watch his feet here. You have 3 steps and a hitch. He has his read in AJ Terrell, who ends up breaking off and taking the tight end. The millisecond Terrell goes, Darnold's motion starts, and he delivers. This is a veteran quarterback rep. There's a single high look with a go ball on both sides of the formation. Watch the eyes though. Darnold pulls the safety to the opposite hash. It helps that it's Justin Jefferson over there, but he's actually hit on the throw, but it simply doesn't matter. Sammy D's diming it up. Even from the end zone angle, he intentionally pulled his eyes over left, knowing damn well he's throwing deep right. Darnold has played himself into the top 10 QBs in 2024 conversation, especially as of late. I liked Darnold coming out of USC, though I was only 12 or 13 when he was drafted and watched 0 games on tape. I took him in my first ever Dynasty League draft, and I followed his career till now, where he's finally playing competently as a quarterback. It's not only Darnold playing competent football. These receivers, Jordan Addison, who's really getting hot down the stretch, and Justin freaking Jefferson, they are easily the best support Darnold's had on an offense and arguably the best receiver tandem in the National Football League. The O-line was good early, but the starting stud left tackle Christian Darrisaw went down with an injury, but the added pressure that opposing defenses have been getting hasn't reverted Sam Darnold back to how he used to play. He's been mechanically sound, he's playing super well under pressure, and he's not reckless to a fault anymore. Darnold's putting all of these things together, and I'm sure he'd credit the coaching, the receivers, and the fresh start with a good football team around him. The talent on this team, and I'll even go back to the receivers, they've bailed him out and inflated numbers for him because he's trusting them to do so. Darnold's probably more comfortable taking shots downfield now more than ever. Point being, this is a great story for Sam, and a big part of the story has been the setting and the people around him. I just used a story as an analogy for this current position that Darnold's in. The thing is, this could be a short story. In free agency, Sam Darnold was brought in on a 1-year, $10 million deal with $8.75 million guaranteed. The Vikings drafted JJ McCarthy with the number 10 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. JJ McCarthy was having an impressive preseason, but got injured before it was over. McCarthy tore his meniscus, and Darnold was uncontested for the starting quarterback job. Darnold took that and ran with it. That creates a dilemma for this franchise. Do we sign the quarterback that's led us to an 11-2 record to a deal that keeps him here for the future? Or do we let Sam just walk, put our eggs in the JJ McCarthy basket, and base our future around the injured, unknown young quarterback? Or any other theory in between? I think you could sign Darnold to a 3-year deal. I don't know what the money's like, but I'd guess north of $40 million per year. Then you have the option to trade JJ McCarthy at any time over those next 3 years. Or you can wait out the 3 years, develop JJ McCarthy, pick up his 5th-year option, and he can relieve Darnold if the Vikings feel JJ McCarthy is fit to do that after the 3 seasons in which Darnold's under contract as your starter. I really don't know what I'd do, but the Vikings are faced with this massive yet good problem. But I'm just glad I'm not the one making decisions for the team, because I'd struggle with this predicament. Let me know what you do down in the comments. I'm stoked to see this from Darnold. I am, however, bummed as a Packers fan that he's been this good. I love the coaching and players around him, and I think he'd jump on any contract to stay with the healthiest organization he's ever been around. It'll be interesting to see how everything shakes out this offseason, but that's a bit down the road. Darnold still needs to close out the season, and with this team's championship desire, he'll have quite the challenge ahead. Anyways, that'll be it for me. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, go down, subscribe, go watch the past content on the channel. It means a lot, and I'll see you guys next time. Deuces.